we have one hell of a topic to talk about. This one I can't fast forward, man, because it's gonna have to be a brief story explaining how the hell we got to this point. But in trying to say it as fast as I can, it came to the point that Chris for a long time has been talking about investing in some stocks, and he's just been talking about it, and it seems like he was about to go for it. But I think it took, I want to say, one of our other coworkers to actually do it first, maybe. And then he saw the significant gains. And then Chris was like, you know what? Like, I kind of want to get a second income and I want to start messing around with this. And then those two
Can
people
we say
started.
for context when this kicked off? Like about 2 months
It
ago,
was
something
about
like
2 months
that.
ago. Yeah. Yeah. Like, that sounds about right. And yeah, we just like like him and one of our other coworkers have been fully on the stock game. I mean, I've been doing it, but I'm more of a long term guy and I haven't really touched my stuff. And then just hearing them talk about it, I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to jump on this too. Like, I want to recoup my losses. So, I mean, I used it. And then next thing you know it, yeah, we're all here just okay, stock this, stock that, and then next thing you know it, man, we Chris just sends a message at one point like, do you guys remember that time we started investing and then we are in a class with like billionaires right now? So like, dude, like the fact that if you haven't noticed about it already, it's pretty much like this whole GameStop and AMC stock situation going on right now, which is absurd. I'm
The
it's
timing is uncanny. It's
yeah,
just
it's
I'll piggyback off that before you explain what's going on. But I mean, I can't imagine anyone listening doesn't know what's going on. But
Yeah.
I really quick can't help but wonder because I know a lot of people have started trading like this past season, I guess,
mm-hmm.
but nobody can seem to answer me because I've asked a few people. Is if it's well, actually, one person answered me, and I don't. What are the odds? Well, I don't mean what are the odds. I mean, it just seems like there's something in America right now that is driving a lot of people to begin or get back into investing, and that in in also pairing that with the GameStop situation, which well, I'll let you explain. I mean, it's just something there. It can't be a coincidence. Like it's just it just seems like a buildup of too many Americans with
Yeah.
free time and a stimulus check. But explain to us what's happening, Manny.
So in a nutshell, it's pretty much the only way I would say it is a small group on the internet pretty much found out, accidentally stumbled on how the big boy billionaires play with stocks, and they ended up using their method against them. And next thing you know, billionaires are they're losing a shit ton of money right now, man. So the more
Yeah.
people rally, the more they lose money. And I mean, granted, people want to make money, but this is more like a message to them at that point. Like, yeah, you guys can be big boys, but don't forget what got you guys up there is pretty much you guys with your corporate greeds and like using like pretty much us just spending money this and that, and that's how you guys got your billions and trillions or whatever. And yeah, this is like the small group Wall Street bets on Reddit. They're pretty much the ones that stumbled upon this. And yeah, you know what? At first it seemed like a joke, but then when they realized that these guys were really losing money, they started just a lot of people started rallying on, and next thing you know it, yeah, this is a big hurt right now in the hedge funds right now. And you know what? It's about damn time, because you know this the granted they have billions of dollars. The world, you can say, kind of revolves around them, but I mean at this point they're kind of sweating bullets right now because yeah, we kind of learned their
Hmm.
tricks and stuff. So
Wait, I mean, I gotta say because I get excited about it, and I don't want to mansplain over you even more or
yeah,
whatever. But
yeah.
I want to go just a little bit more into detail, just because I've spent so much time reading into it. Like once you start, like, or if you ever take the time to look into how it's happening, because it doesn't. I mean, I didn't know understand what a short was or how Wall Street or hedge funds were losing money. Once you get into the original way that this had started is that one guy realized that a bunch of hedge fund corporations put basically they bet money on GameStop being at 100% loss, essentially saying that GameStop's going to go bankrupt. And because of that, rich people were going to make a bunch of money off of it. One guy realized this and told the Wall Street Bet subreddit, hey, if we just buy GameStop stock, it'll go up and these guys will lose money and we'll make money. So, I mean, it there's a whole lot to unpackage here, but I didn't know what a short was. I didn't know how this could be happening. I didn't understand any of this a couple months ago. what wasn't happening a couple months ago, but I didn't know any of this like lingo or terminology or anything. So
And I think that's the big problem, man. You just explain it perfectly. Like you don't understand it. Most people don't understand it. The majority of people in the world don't understand it. And then when you get these people from Reddit cracking up the code, it's not beneficial for those guys that actually thrive and make money based on the fact that we don't understand it.
and it's all, and it's just, it's especially cool because it's, I mean, it's GameStop. I mean, it's like they're
Power to the players, and we're stopping the game, man.
I mean, there's
It's
layers on layers
poetic,
of this.
bro. It's poetic.
There's also I mean, depending on when you're listening, hopefully, I mean, I mean, I'd love for it to go, I mean, who knows, weeks, months, it's hard to say, but not to take it away from you, Manny. I'll
good.
give you the ball back, but so GameStop is the number one, but it's failing companies. It's failing companies that were dying from the coronavirus.
It is failing companies that there are investors betting on them to fail.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was the hedge funds and people at Wall Street, billionaires, saying all these companies will fail, and when they fail, I'll make a ton of money off of it.
Exactly.
So this is GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, Nokia, Bed Bath and Beyond, Express, just a handful of companies that have been dying. But I mean, the thing is although it's all, I mean, it's incredible to I mean, if you're rich, if you're listening and you're incredibly wealthy, it's certainly nothing against you personally, but as a working class American, it is pretty exciting to get a little bit of action into, you know, I mean, you know, the world is not built for us. America, at least, is not built for the middle class American. And to be able to put $100 into a share of GameStop and be a part of a movement is pretty exciting. I mean,
yeah. That's how I see it, man. I see it like a movement. That's the reason why I decided that I'm interested in this, because it's like it's like the little guy finally winning one. I mean, how long has it been since we win one, man? Like this country has been so greedy when it comes to the investments, money making, and all that stuff, bro. The only the billionaires up there are the ones that are winning, and these people have been making billions
of dollars,
since the pandemic, man. And the little guy has been losing. We the 99% have been losing billions because of job losses, of 401k stops, or they don't be able to work, of pretty much stopping the economy, because it's like,
or you work at a GameStop and your store closes because you can't afford rent to open the store.
I mean, exactly. So you see these people like losing everything they care about, and pretty much look at this. We have a country that lock us down the first 2 months, not anymore, but lock us down the first 2 months. And we only have received pretty much $1,200 and an extra $600 for the last year. And people haven't been working. Some people haven't been working for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
That's just insanity, man. Like people are desperate. And then you're thinking about, how can these people figure out the market? Well, dude, we got a lot of people that are unemployed, that doesn't have anything else to do, just to step in a computer, push buttons, and join chats. Hey, this was bound to happen. I believe this took too long, man.
I was gonna say that was sort of to my point earlier, as I was asking, it can't be a coincidence that, I mean, me and Manny, we talked to you about it a couple months ago. We're like, hey, we're gonna start trading, I think, and it's sort of was like, why? And I think you're right, man. I think we're all incredibly fortunate to be working, but I think it's this atmosphere of the government is not here to help you. It's like, I mean, not to sound so sad or pessimistic or anything, but I mean, you
gotta discuss reality, man. At some point, you gotta open that door.
I mean, the fact is the system is rigged against us. So when you start to think, okay, how can I get out of it? How can I win? And eventually, I mean, some people will stumble upon, you know, various means of extra income. It's all going to come to extra income. And one way that's incredibly more accessible now than it has ever been is by trading stocks and investing. You know, Manny mentioned that he's a more of a long-term investor, which is smarter. And that's a smart thing to do. If you're impressionable and you're listening, do what he's doing. I am day trading because I'm an idiot, but it's exciting. And I think a lot of people found out by accident, including myself, who bought a very healthy amount of shares of AMC the day before this happened. So
Yeah, I believe this was like a trial and error type of thing, and it happened. And now that they cracked the code, it's out there. There's no way to hide that anymore. So Wall Street is like looking like crazy trying to fix this in a way. They don't know how to fix it. It's out there. It's like you have a game which which is rigged, and you know it's rigged, and you know how to play the game rigged, but you count on nobody knowing how rigged the game is. Once the opponent figure that out, then you lose your advantage. That's it, because it's just a matter of people getting together. The 6 million people that are now following Wall Street Bets getting together and say, "Hey, boys, we're gonna buy this stock," and boom, you pretty much makes all those hedge funds lose money, because it's like
shit's about to get worse too, man, because like during like in terms of like investing and stuff, like just for the everyday people like that want to get into it, there was like one app that was literally number one in helping you how to do that in terms of like learning how to
dude, just say the name.
Yeah, it's so basically Robinhood,
man.
Yeah, it's basically Robinhood, which was probably one of the coolest apps, because you they taught you how to do stuff, but like on the go, and it was like quick as shit. You buy a share and you're done. You don't have to wait a couple hours or like a day or two. But just the fact that like the hedge funds were losing so much damn money, it just came to the point that Robinhood fucking stopped you from having to buy all these shares from them, which was like, okay, they're definitely, they have an investor definitely invested in them, and that motherfucker Citadel was definitely losing a lot of money.
We are not their customers, we're the product. You know how Robinhood make money, right?
Robbing the poor, give it to the rich, dog. That's how it is, dude.
No, basically what they do is we invest, like let's say we all 3 had Robinhood, we all invest, and they sell our information, our data on how we invest to the hedge funds. That's how they work. We are not the consumer, we are the product. The customers are the hedge funds. And when your customers are saying, hey dude, your application is costing me money, I'm buying you information, but this is not working out for me, you're gonna do what's best for your clients. So they pretty much close the stock for the little guy. They stop the product from making money. And that's when the insanity broke loose. That was pretty much all the masks were out, and we start seeing people how they are.
What's crazy is, and I really like your analogy, Will, about a rigged carnival game or whatever. And this is the part that's exciting and terrifying to me, because in a rigged carnival game, if everyone figured out how to win, you just take the game down. But you can't really just remove the free market, the alleged free market anyway. That's not a move that makes sense to our government or to our society. But you can see in plain day, every day you can see that the moves that they try to make to trick us and to reverse us from doing this has been so far has been Citadel or every other investor in Robinhood telling Robinhood for the entire day you couldn't buy GameStop, AMC, etc. You couldn't buy anything. That was their first little move. Then they started, CNBC started running articles about how you're an idiot. They started sending about emails how you don't know how to invest. You're making a huge mistake. Dude, as of recently, they started saying that, again, the shorts that I mentioned earlier, that they're consistently losing billions of dollars off of, they're now putting out reports saying that all of these hedge funds have pulled out their shorts and they no longer have that position, which isn't even true. So they're just blatantly lying now. Which is, it's scary on so many levels, because first off, they're trying to stop the game, they can't. So they're saying, okay, well, you can't use Robinhood at all, and but also don't worry, because we're not even a part of it anymore. This has been maybe a week of this right now.
Yeah.
What's scary is what happens next week. What happens next month? What happens when all 6+ million people don't stop holding GameStop shares?
That's the fun. That's the fun,
man. We're living it.
We're all on this roller coaster, man, and we're waiting for that fall, man. We're like all going up to the moon, and something's gonna fall. Who's gonna fall? It's gonna be the hedge funds. It's gonna be us. It's interesting, man, to watch. But yeah, it's scary, man. I'm with you on that. It's very scary.
Yeah. Again, if you're listening and you're listening early, this is be a part of it if you can, but don't risk anything you can't lose,
yeah.
man. And like
don't put your life savings in that. No. I'll say if you want to participate and you have like $300, $400, maybe $500 that you don't need, that you I mean everybody needs money, but that you're not afraid to lose.
you can afford to lose it.
Just go ahead and just buy probably 20 stocks and just hold.
Hold it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just holding.
there's the byproduct to all of this too, the actual day-to-day, because leading up to this and including in the day-to-day, there are younger, I mean, it's just all ages of people who put their $600 directly into GameStop a month and a half ago and now have $100,000. And
it's hard.
And on any given day, they can cash out $100,000 and have a completely different life for the rest of their life, almost for certain. And then will regularly tank most of that, like to where your $600 turned into $100,000, turned into no dollars, and now you've lost your $600. And this is happening every single day, and it's making millionaires and then taking away millions. It's making average Joes millionaires, and then every single day taking it away and then giving it back. And the stubbornness, I mean, I applaud Wall Street Bets, because if I had gotten in a month and a half ago, I would be so stressed. My hair would be white, man. Like I couldn't deal with this kind of shit, dude.
I think
it's
that's
crazy.
the reason why I don't invest as much, because I'm not built for that. That the same way I'm not built for horror games. It's like I cannot be like every single day looking at the stocks. I'm growing old. And you know, like I don't want to have a heart attack at my age. Like, no, that's not cool. So basically, dude, it's interesting. It's interesting. Those people over there are losing their minds. They're asking for regulation, which is unheard of. You never see hedge funds asking for regulation. That's insane. That's insanity. It's the first time they're asking for this because they're losing the game and they don't know what to do. They're imploring the government to solve this issue because they don't know how to solve it. But it's like, if you're going to regulate, let's say they regulate. If you regulate in a way that you take away all speculation, then I see something positive in it, because that way you take that from everybody, and that makes it fair. That makes a fair market, because this market, let's be honest, the stocks, all that shit is bullshit. That's basically creating hype and value to things that normally won't have that value. And they've been doing this for years, for decades. They've been doing like going out on CNN, on MSNBC, on Fox News, on all these channels, telling you have to buy this one or you have to get out of this one, because they're controlling that narrative. The internet broke that. The internet broke it. There's no way to fix it. Now the internet knows that whatever they say on those channels, it's lies. And they'll go by the Reddit, and the game is broken. There's no way to fix it. So you have to change the game. How are you going to change the game? I mean, it's kind of my question. Like, what will you do? Will you get rid of this, or will you actually let this happen? Because the correct way, if you want to continue doing this, is to let it happen and evolve with it and see how you can probably counter the internet or send your message through the internet for people to believe you. Another set of lies, because all you've been doing is lying, or just fix the game for everybody. It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say.
That's the other thing too, is because that's the double-edged sword is there's no real answer. Like whoever makes these decisions, which are behind curtains, you and I will never get to see behind, whoever is able to say, oh, Robinhood, you can't trade right now, they have to make some type of decision. And it's insane to think of what that could be, because if they go one way, then the rich, or at least certain hedge funds, can't keep manipulating the market, at least not for a couple months or whatever. They'd have to change a law.
I tell you right now, everybody that is asking for regulation right now, it's in hedge fund. It's in hedge fund favor, man. That's a given. Yes. It's a given.
But then anything else that they do just ensures that essentially the stock market is broken, because
it's always been broken.
Well,
now we destroyed it. But we break it for them, which is crazy.
Yeah, and it's open. It's on TV. It's on every Twitter page. It's on TikTok. Yeah. I have. it was my girlfriend a few nights ago, and now it's customers that are randomly asking me about GameStop and shit. And it's the whole country. And they're like, what's happening with GameStop? And you're like, oh, the stock market's corrupt forever. Like and then it always has been. Like
that like before it was like there was suspicious, but now it's like, dude, 100% we're clear. This is a broken system. Like, and the thing is that the people that were not supposed to figure it out how broken it was, they did. So we're fucked. Like, everybody's fucked now. So it's I mean, well, except the little guy. The little guy is finally winning, dude. The little guy is making probably everybody. Like, it's like we have like 2 million, 3 million people making probably each one of them. I don't know. Some of them 600, some of them 2,000, some of them 5,000, 10,000, some of them 1 million. These guys, this 1%ers have been doing like billions for decades, but they cannot let go one win, and the whole system is rigged. It's broken. We have to do reform. It's dude, it's like you can see the colors finally, and that's what I'm loving about all this.
I have we have a mutual friend of the show who has a strong opinion on this, but it was watered down to he said, you're fighting a casino with a slot machine, and I was like, shit.
Yeah. Like, it's like, dude, it's dude. I believe people over there are going crazy, man. You saw a lot of people sweating, a lot of people like lying on TV. I mean, even that Robinhood CEO was an interview.
He was spewing so much bullshit. I'm like, oh, come on, dude. You gotta be kidding me, dude. I had to switch the channel. I'm like, I cannot believe you're saying what you're saying right now, dude.
You know what?
And it's so blatant, like it's so full front, man, that you cannot believe that the guts of these people come on lie to your face like that, man. It's like,
you know what I'll say is the most entertaining thing in this pandemic since fucking Tiger King. I'll tell you what it is right now, is watching CEOs and politicians just discuss this very aggressively over Twitter. Like it's watching Donald Trump Jr. directly reply to AOC and Ted Cruz agreeing that it's bullshit. And then it's watching Mark Cuban be like, where do you guys trade your stocks at? Also fuck Robinhood. Like it's insane. Like it's everybody who is anybody, which includes celebrities, politicians, your cousin, and everybody is talking about it. And the powerful, which also includes, social media influencers, YouTubers, celebrities, they're also talking about it. And man, that is exciting to watch. Like that's fun.
The people that you gotta watch out for again are the people that are like asking for regulation. That's the ones that every person that mentioned regulation, it doesn't have the little guy's best intentions at heart. Because let's just let it be. Let it be what it has always been, and play the game.
What is
it? Gonna change the rules this late in the game? Something's up.
Who is it that owns? Is it Steve Cohen, Manny?
Oh my god, yeah. When I found out
he deleted his Twitter.
Yeah. So Steve Cohen. I'm actually a huge New York Mets fan. That's like my all-time favorite baseball team, and those guys been sucking for a while. And Steve Cohen, he was actually supposed to buy them. He was in the process of owning them like 2 years ago or a year ago, and something came up that he couldn't buy the team. And it's starting to make a lot of sense now, because he was actually, fast forward, he owns a team now, just recently got them like a couple months ago, and he's been making moves, and come to find out that he was actually one of the ones that are involved in that, and in the hedge fund incident right now that's going on. He's actually top dog in 0.72 capital. That's his hedge fund, and he helped Melvin Capital with that bailout in terms of like injecting like $1 billion into that company to help them keep afloat. And it's the fact that I found that out, I was kind of disappointed, because I thought that dude was gonna be like one of the good ones. Like, yes, this dude's like finally helping out my team. Like, I want to see them win a championship. But at the same time, like, I mean, motherfucker's gonna get my money anyways, because I'm gonna go see a game regardless when I go. But I mean, I'm gonna go see a game. But remember me, motherfucker, I was up there I was taking you down too, man. So I guess in the bitch seats, but still.